Hi, I'm Steve Adelman. Welcome to Adelman on Venues. And I am here in the great outdoors in order to speak with you today about, well, an outdoor event. So a couple of weekends ago, there was an outdoor festival in New York City, and, well, nothing actually happened. But there was the perception in the crowd that something very dangerous did happen. And so now I'm going to recreate what seems to have happened using this excellent bottle of water. So excuse me for just a minute while I finish its contents. And then I'm going to, that's what happened. Somebody apparently stepped on a bottle of water. In the crowd, people apparently perceived that that sound that you just heard was gunfire. And so there was massive movement. The crowd panicked, and apparently people fled in all different directions. Evidently, some of those people sustained trample injuries. When the media called, I explained that trample injuries don't cause me a lot of heartburn. Let's consider why. It's not that I'm unsympathetic. Trample injuries can hurt. It's about the nature of what we advise people to do when they think that they're involved in an active shooter incident. Remember that it's a three-step process. Run if you can run. If you can't run, hide. And if you can't do either of those things, you can't run or you can't hide, do the next best thing, which is fight with whatever you have available. So run, hide, fight. If people are running, some of them will sustain trample injuries. I would much rather deal with a trample-related injury than a gunshot wound. And so I'm relatively unconcerned if some people who think that they're in an active shooter incident actually have just trample injuries. It means they didn't get shot. So that's okay in my book. What I was asked about in the wake of this baseless panic was, is this a thing that we now have to deal with? Do event organizers now have to have a plan to deal with even completely unfounded crowd panics? What do you think? I think so. I don't think that's new. I think, in fact, that's always been the way it's been. Now let me reiterate a lesson that I taught just a few weeks ago in one of the previous videos I've done. The crowd management theory that we, the Event Safety Alliance, and in the crowd management ANSI standard that I'm helping to draft, that we advocate goes by the acronym DIME-ICE, D-I-M-E space I-C-E, Design, Information, Management, and Expectations of the Crowd during Ingress, Circulation, and Egress. Here's an easy way to remember DIME-ICE. Here I'm holding up two little dimes. Yes, I actually have those, and a cup of ice. So there's your design, information, management, and expectations during ingress, circulation, and egress. So is it new that crowd managers and event organizers have to think about the crowd's increasing sensitivity to the possibility of an active shooter? No, that's not new. The sensitivity is new. But the crowd's expectations, in this case, their expectation that there could be an active shooter, it's always been part of what has to be managed when one tries to manage a crowd. Whether it's the belief in the possibility of an active shooter or the fear of a fire hazard or severe weather, the crowd's expectations always matter. They always have mattered. Now we simply have to take account of the fact that, well, when there is one of these, it could be perceived as gunfire, rightly or wrongly. And so when I was speaking with the press, I simply had to educate them that the concept of paying close attention to the crowd's expectations, that's not new at all. What is new, to the extent there's anything new here at all, is through the course of actual events and perceived changed reality, people are more sensitive now than ever before to the possibility, the probability that they may actually be involved in an active shooter incident. And so for anyone who has crowd management responsibilities, this is both a continuation of the old reality, meet the new boss, same as the old boss. It's a new matter of degree. I'm Steve Adelman. This has been Adelman on Venues. Thanks.